Assalamualaikum, my name is Irfan Alfa bin Zainuddin. My metro number is 23DLS20F2029, and my fellow members Muhammad Muzaffar Ikmal bin Abu Hanifah 23DLS20F2019, and my last Muhammad Muzaffar bin Masani 23DLS20F207. And today we're going to present about global transportation environment. Number one, describe the issue that you have chosen from the deliverables. Damage to a shipment or a part of a shipment is referred to as shipment damage or damaged good. The term can also refer to the loss of portion or the entirety of shipment. Damage to items during shipping not only costs money, but it also creates a negative impression in the minds of your customer. Shock or impact caused by mishandling is the most common type of damage in transit. However, depending on your product packaging, water damage, excessive vibration, and even crashing can all be a problem.
Number 2 is pursue issues by showing their impact on the supplier, carrier, shipper, public and government. If a shipment is damaged in transit, the impact on the supplier will be less than on the other participants in the transportation decision-making process. It is because the supplier's role is to produce the goods that will be shipped by the shipper for delivery. However, if the shipment damage occurred prior to the shipment process, it could still be the supplier's fault. As a result, the supplier must either pay or prepare new goods to replace the ones that have been damaged. Since the role of the shipper is to send and receive goods by moving goods from one point of origin to a prescribed destination using various modes of transportation such as air, water and land transportation, the shipper will be responsible for any damage that occurs during transit. Carrier, on the other hand, is liable for the loss or damage of goods in accordance with a specific contract term because it acts as an intermediary for the carriage of goods. Up to a certain amount, the carrier is responsible for the loss or damage of goods. The carrier will most likely refund a portion of the shipping cost if you provide sufficient evidence. The government will set the regulations by restricting the market and setting the price. Promotes carriers might have to put more budget for better infrastructure, facilities and system in order to reduce the shipment damage or any other potential accident. The final participant in transport decision making, which is known as public, also will be responsible for shipment damage. The seller especially will more likely to cover 100% of the damages occurred or replaced with the new one, while also getting refund costs by the carrier. Meanwhile, the buyer will give a bad reputation towards the shipping company that he or she used and might as well switch to the other shipping company for further delivery, while waiting for the refund of the shipment damaged by the seller.
Number 3, discuss the appropriate solution or responsibility to overcome the problem. A product that have been damaged are an unfortunate but avoidable cost of doing business. Fortunately, there are ways to prevent damage and keep customer happy while lowering costs. The first solution for suppliers is to follow simple keys to step to avoid a shipping damage, such as selecting the appropriate box size for the goods, extra wrapping, filling empty spaces in packaging, and labeling it with a fragile sticker. People who work as shippers should be managed properly by the organization during the shipping process in terms of sorting and dividing the items with safety and reliability. Any outdated infrastructure and facilities in logistics industry such as forklifts and item sorting machines should be improved or added to. This will also aid the avoidance of the shipment damage occur in transit. Speaking of shipping systems, shipment tracking also need to be developed in terms of tracking for how many shipment damage occur in a day. This will help the organization to determine the cause and the appropriate solution or responsibilities to overcome the problem. Lastly, carriers of the goods must handle delivery with care. Most of the time they are caught doing some violence to the package by throwing it instead of handling it properly. So management has to take care of the issue. Number 4, perform a presentation with a conclusion. The conclusion is, finally, packages will inevitably be damaged from time to time. It happens all the time. While is it impossible to prevent 100% of damages, we should strive to reduce the number in order to increase profits over time. Proper packaging is also responsible for protecting your product from damage during shipping. Our packages are insured in addition to having the lowest shipping rates, resulting in a positive shipping experience for our customers. Participants in transportation decision making must be prepared and knowledgeable about how to deal with shipping damages. Damage, loss and claim management are all important aspects of an integrated logistics program. To do so, we can work with a shipping and logistic partner who can help us store inventory securely, pack boxes accurately, and reduce shipping costs.